is an original drama written by Mary Slappey, who's a retired Navy. And we have the pleasure of Mary is with us today. Mary, would you like to stand up and tell us anything about
have as much fun in watching it, carry away some of the inspiration which I received in writing it, because it does have a message of faith and hope and love and cherishing of freedom, which is important to all of us, because most of us, many of us, inherit the treasures that these people of early America fought so hard to win for us. Thank you very much.
April 13th, 1779. I kept a diary, and when I was old, I could long remember all the sights and sounds of old Boston town. The vegetable carts, the narrow cobble streets, the marketplace, even the meeting house. Paul Revere lived on North Square. His second wife was Rachel. His first wife, Sarah, died at the birth of one of their children. Paul Revere was a family man. He had 5 daughters and 1 son. Rachel had her son Joshua at that time. Over there, you'll see Reverend Porter's house. Reverend Porter used to come back every year on his birthday, and he visited his house, even on his 80th birthday. Oh, I remember everything. I'm Maranatha in the spiritual world. Long remember. And you Americans, you can remember too. Oh, I was looked on the bright, happy, gossipy side of things. No chronicles of tar and featherings for me. Oh no. Even our leaders at that time, they were scared. They were scared when they had their break with the British. And you take Sam Adams. My goodness. Sam Adams looked awful funny on a horse. But you know something? When you went to a cocktail party, you couldn't even say the word hemp around here. He would turn all red and get flustered. He was so scared of getting hung. Not that he did anything to deserve it. But let me tell you don't want to hear the ramblings of an old neighbor who kept a diary. You're going to want to hear it from Paul Revere.
Having a wedding, and they want me to make a silver goblet for the wedding. It's up toward New Hampshire.
So?
Well, and I have a sick aunt there too, so as I've been needing a pass to go out of town for a spell. Not that I wouldn't be coming back as soon as I could. There's my job supervising the market, there's the silver shop, and my wife and my children. My youngest, my oldest, Paul, I'm training in the silver work. You know how it is with a family man.
And you wouldn't be planning on any skullduggery, like carrying out messages for those Sons of Liberty who sometimes defy the King and Queen of England.
Oh, no, sir. I'm a servant of the people. I carry messages from place to place. And I one time had to take a herd of oxen from one town to the next. You know, but some of the men, they read the messages that they're carrying, but not me. No, sir. I'm a silversmith.
Well, anything to stop you from talking. You're farmers fill up my day. It's almost time for my tea, and I wish I was back in England. So you make silver, right? Well, you can bring me a silver goblet on your return, but I doubt if anything made in America is as good as in the old country. Here's your pass.
Did you get it, Paul? Did you get it?
I got it. Yeah, I conned him into thinking that I was a country farmer, impersonating Billy Dawes, you know.
I hear everything in my bookshop. Of course, the other side hears everything too, and takes it straight to General Gage. I think it's that Dr. Church and our Sons of Liberty, a leak in our secrets. We came into the store one day with a lot of British money, or several hundred guineas.
These are tricky times, perilous times, but we must live through them, and I'll keep writing until we do.
Yes, Paul, you're a good writer. They say there's magic in those Silver Spurs you made for yourself. Guess if England knew how good a silversmith you were, they'd want to send you over there. And you're a good charmer, too.
Oh, I've taken lessons from Billy Dawes. He's the best at impersonating a drunken farmer. Why, they say even some of the British spies dress up like American farmers and imitate him. And they can get through anywhere. But some of those British soldiers that dress up and like spies, some of them stay on our side. They never return back. It's a strange world, a melting pot, really. The new America, it'll be. What is to be, will be. I believe in that, and I trust in God for that. Sam Adams is a smart man, but I'm not as afraid of hanging as he is. I guess I'm lucky that I wasn't educated at Harvard and haven't learned too much.
The new America is to come, and it needs you to make it happen, Paul.
And make it happen, we will.
Yes, Paul Revere. Good to see you again. Sophie the maid is getting the hot bed warmer ready for you.
But rise before sunup, I must be on my way to New York and greet my old friend, the coppersmith, John Lamb. Do most of your writers bed alone like I do?
You're the only one I keep up. You're a good family man. We're expecting a stage on the road, so we'll be rooms full. Most of them respectable, but I can't keep up with them all. And as you know, I keep a respectable house. I won't stand for any shenanigans. Yes, the stage comes in. Lucky you came tonight.
Yes, I made good time, and hope to make better time on the last lap of my journey. I've set up all these lanterns on this great Liberty tree to remind everyone of the Boston Tea Party and to celebrate that. People will come from all states. source of joy for Mother's Days. Was that a Tory church bell I heard? Yes, it was. And it will call the people to celebrate liberty. No more tax on tea. America will be freed in our lifetime.
kids? The Liberty Parade, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for coming here tonight. Great show. Thank you, Mary. Great show. Wonderful gift. Thank you.
I know these are uncertain times, but why tonight? Why tonight? You are so excited, dear husband.
I heard a groomsman tell that the Redcoats are planning to march on Concord and take their stores. He told me. I had promised to send out the warning by lighting the lamp in the North Church. Newman, the young sexton, lives across the street from the church, but his mother's house is filled with British officers. So he had to climb out onto his roof and over to the church and up in the tower in the dark. But he lit the lamp, the warning for a few minutes. An agile boy, he did it. But when he was a-coming down, he saw some loiterers. So he had to jump out a side window. Good thing he's young.
So you kept your promise? They got the warning in Lexington by now.
But I have to go, dear Rachel. My boat is hidden, and my 2 oarsmen, Sons of Liberty both, are counting on me, and we should be able to silently get around the big British ship Somerset. And then Ebenezer Larkin will give me a horse that will carry me from Lexington, hopefully on to Concord, where I can warn them that the British are coming.
Oh, Paul, dearest husband, let someone else go. Like that funny fellow Jaws. He can always fool the British with that drunken farmer routine. They have their number by now. Oh, Paul, I'm the children. We need you. Don't go, Paul. Don't go.
But Rachel, I must. It's my destiny, and for my country. dislike him as they do me, and his employer is on good terms with them. But I must be off. You'll need a pass to get yourself and the younger children out of Boston, now that General Gage is taken completely over.
I think I know how to get a pass. As a matter of fact, I already have one.
You will go by boat?
I think you may go by car. pets. Young Paul will stay here and care for them and mind your father's shop.
But will we ever come back?
I really don't know. I really don't know. You must be off now and out of Boston. Out of Boston. I trust not forever. How I've loved this Moore Square.
I'll miss my cool bedroom.
Where are we going?
Why do we have to go? I'll just play with my toy soldiers. Me too. I'll miss playing when I find space. I'll miss my nice room. Where are we? I'll miss climbing in the trees. How come Father can't go with us? There is going to be a change for each time. It won't be the same. I don't want to go. I don't want to.
And I don't want you to go, my little ducklings, my sweet little ducklings. You don't know how much I'm looking forward to you. But listen, there's going to be wonderful new adventure and wonderful new opportunity. So everything's going to be okay. And we'll get to visit and see each other. Everything will be fine.
First, I had to get my boat hidden in the rushes in North Boston. Boston and the whole country were occupied by the British then. We weren't yet a free country. But on to my story. Luckily, when I kissed your mother goodbye, that my dog followed me because I realized that I had left my silver spurs. And I couldn't do without those silver spurs. They're those silver spurs. There they hang on the wall. Made them myself.
What did you do when you found you had forgotten your wonderful silver spurs?
Well, I tied a note to the dog and sent him back to your mother Rachel. And she promptly sent him to me with those silver spurs.
Mama Rachel, is that story really true?
I really can't remember. His mind is putting on it. Your father's the one for stories. Now that he's older, he seems full of them. When he was younger, you couldn't catch him. He was riding here and there and yonder, from Philadelphia to New York, to Cambridge, and beyond.
But the British did catch me that night. We could tell them by their red coats.
Go on. Go on.
Well, they tried to take me prisoner, but they let me go and several of the other farmers who had come along because they just didn't have time.
What else did you forget that night you saw your
something to muffle the oars so that you couldn't hear the sound of the oars hitting the water and trying not to splash. But even though your good mother had laid it out for me, I forgot it.
So what did you do?
Well, luckily, one of my oarsmen had a girlfriend who lived nearby, and when he tapped on her door, she obligingly threw out a flannel petticoat. We could use that to muffle the oars. And then when I got across, Ebenezer Larkin provided a horse for me to make it on to Lexington and on to Concord. But what happened to that horse? That's another story.
Enough of stories, Paul. You should be thinking of serious business now. General George Washington is dead, and poor Martha all alone with her memories. You should be writing her a letter and that until the sun sets and the funeral.
But you know I'm no good at writing letters, though I was educated at Boston's writing school.
You must write her a letter.
A short one. And I will do one better. I have an idea. I will ask her to give us a lock of the great man's hair, and I will make a beautiful golden urn to put it in, so that it can be in some museum when this country isn't as young as it is now, when it's bigger and has been freed for a long time, and it doesn't take 9 to 12 hours to get from Boston to New York. Yes, we should remember the general who brought us through our travail. The folks should remember the general.
And Paul Revere's Midnight Ride. They should remember that too. My grandpa tells me they will be making poems of that.
My claim to fame. So many sons of liberty giving their lives. When I look at those tombstones, I wonder how many of us will be remembered. Like Warren, I made tea for him, could identify him when he died. So many good friends gone, but we fought. We won. This is America. May it always be God's country. And I remember too that night in 1766 when I made all those lanterns for the Freedom Tree, the Liberty Tree in Boston on the North Square. And the musicians came, and the people came to see the light and to dance and to sing. But that's another story. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony, stuck the feather in his back and called it macaroni. Snake Doodle keep it up, Snake Doodle dandy. Stop the music and the steps and the girls be handy. Ah, a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. A real life of my Uncle Sam's, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle sweetheart, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. I am a Yankee Doodle boy.
I hope you've enjoyed your trip to old Boston town and the midnight ride of Paul Revere. And remember, I was just an old lady who kept a diary. You Americans, we can remember too. Oh, those were great times. Thousands of times they were. Sam Adams, he never got hung. No. Thank God to the Sons of Liberty. They held meetings on all sides of town. They saved the day. Paul Revere, he was a great, great silversmith. I remember one time when I took my silver christening cup over to Paul Revere. I'm going to go to sleep. So I want to wish you all a very good night.